Hello Virgo, this is Ashley. We're going to do your reading for September. Now this is a general reading, so we will just see what comes through, whether it's career or love focused or any other area. We're going to look at past, present, and future and see where you've been and where you're headed. And then we will do some tarot to clarify and try to narrow down the topic. This may not be your reading. It will not resonate for every Virgo out there. If it is not your reading, go ahead and check out your other placements. You may find some messages come through for your Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Let me mute my computer. There we go. And keep in mind that we're in the Mercury retrograde throughout the month of October, especially through October 18th before Mercury stations direct. So I did do bonus readings on the Mercury retrograde. You might want to check those out. I will add that playlist at the end of this reading. And remember to like and subscribe, please, if you haven't already. So let's see what's going on for Virgo. We have the Ten of Wands, the Chariot, and the Death card, the Six of Cups, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Ace of Pentacles, the Ten of Swords, the Knight of Cups, and the Five of Swords. At the bottom of the deck we have the Empress. So definitely a lot of growth energy associated with the overall reading. Perhaps wanting to birth something new. This is also the Divine Feminine energy, so a lot of intuitive activity. Could also be just kind of in this this space between, if that makes sense. So kind of in this void is what I want to say there. Now, it does look like we've potentially had a relationship, a soulmate relationship end in the past. And now you're trying to rebuild. You're trying to turn things in a positive direction for yourself. And I think that come the end of the month into the month of November, you're starting to see how this ending that took place has really kind of opened things up for you moving into the future. Now, it is the Six of Cups, so it doesn't have to be a romantic relationship. This could just be something that you've been putting a lot of time and energy into that was near and dear to your heart, right? So let's see what's going on. In the past, we have the owl, and it says, listen to the messages of the angels. Now, the owl totem is, the wise old owl. And so there are messages that are trying to come in or have been in the past. We were already talking about that intuitive nature. We have the full moon here with the owl. And so I think there's some things that maybe you've come into some clarity about in the past. And like I said, I think there was some aspect of yourself that was trying to nudge you to pay attention to that. Now we do have the Ten of Wands and the Ten of Swords. So whatever this ending has been in the past for you, Virgo, has been very difficult and burdensome and painful. That's for sure. Let's see if we can get some more detail. We have the Page of Wands and the World. So it does feel like someone here you could be dealing with a fire sign, a fixed sign. So we have Leo, Taurus, Aquarius, Scorpio showing up here, calling it quits. And perhaps even in an angry manner. Like someone here just got fed up, maybe even lost their temper and said, I'm done with this. Let's see what else we get. Why do we have the Six of Cups? We have the Six of Pentacles and the Tower. So some more Scorpio energy showing up there. Something about this dynamic was not fair, was not equal give and take. It could even be that this person with the Page of Wands and the Six of Pentacles showing up, they could have been like kind of hot and cold. You know, one minute they were involved and excited about, you know, doing things with you or for you, and the next minute they were chasing something else and not giving you the time of day. With the Ten of Swords, we have the Seven of Pentacles. Oh, I tell ya. And the Page of Cups. Did I say Seven of Pentacles? I meant Seven of Cups. So it does feel like perhaps there was some deception here in this relationship. Somebody was maybe playing the field, or at least treating you as though you were an option among many options. And it showed, right? They may have even decided to offer their cup of love to someone else, and that felt like a betrayal for sure here. So, and I think with those cups coming in there, that feels like part of the intuitive aspect that we've been talking about. There was like some sort of like niggling feeling in your gut that something fishy was going on here, and like maybe they were spreading their love elsewhere, or at least I'm noticing that this page, I have set it down in such a way that this page is standing in front of the Seven of Cups, and it's almost like this feeling where they would just choose something and hand it to you and say, oh, this is the excuse this time. You know what I mean? Like, they would just pluck something out of the air and be like, oh, nothing to worry about. Here's what was going on. But I do feel like this is ended. This has come crashing down. With the World and the Tower here, it may have even been a sudden, fast ending. But it does look like for good reason. Now during October we have building blocks. So you can see this figure standing on top of this, what looks to be a pretty fresh foundation. There's like a layer of sand down here, and she's choosing what blocks go where. And so it's kind of like the rebuilding of the tower, right? But in a way that's more stable than the first time. We have the Chariot, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Knight of Cups. I think you're kind of just taking control here, Virgo, and trying to ensure that what you're doing now and how you're rebuilding your own life is going to steer you in a positive direction rather than put you in a situation similar to the past, which looks to have been a bit toxic and deceptive. So now we do have Cancer energy showing up here, and again some more of the fixed sign energy with the Wheel of Fortune. But the Wheel of Fortune's your center card here. So something is definitely turning in the favorable direction for you as we move through October. Why do we have the Chariot? We have Judgment. So moving on from the past and the past drama, right? Five of Swords there. With the Wheel of Fortune, we're getting the Chariot. And it looks to be that the fact that you're moving on from that is what helps turn the wheel in the positive direction, right? It's like just getting out of this situation sets you on a more positive trajectory. We're also getting the Three of Pentacles, so there's that rebuilding of the foundation going on there. With the Knight of Cups, we have the Eight of Cups and the Six of Swords. So moving on. You've decided to follow your heart and to honor your own emotions, your own emotional health. And with the Knight of Cups there, it's interesting because we had the Page of Cups, and you can see he's got this fish that's popping out of the cup. And so, again, with that intuitive hit, like, hello, the fish is trying to get his attention. And then, as the Knight of Cups, you can see that his horse is having to walk through all this water. And so there's some emotional aspect to what has happened in the past that you're having to walk away from. So I do feel like there's still probably a lot of love for whoever this person was that you had to disengage with, but you're finding the courage to walk away from it anyway, right? In the future position, so sometime following October, we have endless possibilities. So this is what I was talking about when I was referring to it kind of just opening up the possibilities for your future. Now that you've walked away from this past situation, it kind of opens it up to being, whatever you want it to be, you can manifest. Now we have the Death card, the Ace of Pentacles, and the Five of Swords. Could very well be that even as you've decided to move on from this person and you're kind of rebuilding your life, that they're still trying to come back in with the drama. Since we had the Five of Swords show up with the Judgment card here. But we'll see. Some sort of rebirth. Definitely a new beginning coming in here with that Ace of Pentacles. And a solid new beginning at that. With the Death card. Yep, Knight of Wands, not messing with the players anymore. And the Knight of Cups. I kind of feel like almost you've put an end to, you see how we have the two knights here. Now we've had the Knight of Cups show up here, and up here we had the Page of Wands. And here we have the Knight of Cups and the Knight of Wands. So it's like as you've moved away from this person, their determination to get you back has increased as well. And you can see they're not facing one another here. I think you're continuing to move forward without them and put an end to this. But it's interesting that the two energies are showing up there together. With the Ace of Pentacles, we have the Three of Cups. Yeah, this feels like a large unburdening. And the Moon. And I think that there are... It's like, again, with that intuitive nature. Now, we do have Cancer energy showing up quite a bit here. So you could be dealing with a Cancer, or you may have strong Cancer placements in your chart. You're certainly welcome to go watch the Cancer reading. as well. But to me, that just feels like it's almost like vindicated. It's like the new beginning, you're celebrating it, and you knew that it would be better because the whole time your intuition was telling you so. And so it's like you're celebrating the fact that you trusted your intuition, right? Now that you're on the other side of it, you can look back and see, yeah, it's a good thing I followed that intuitive hit and walked away from this situation, because now I have this new beginning to celebrate. With the Five of Swords, we have the Ace of Wands and the Hermit. So that's you, Virgo. Well, a couple of aces showing up here in the future position, but also like a couple of things. So like I said with that Five of Swords, this person I don't think has quite given up. It's almost like the faster you run the other direction, the faster they chase. In some way, I think that just keeps reigniting your passion for the new. Because they keep showing up to remind you why you walked away in the first place, if that makes sense. And I think somehow this situation, has helped to, bring in quite a bit of wisdom for you that you can use in order to determine what new beginning you want next, because you certainly know what you don't want, right? And so it's helped to kind of narrow down that that list for yourself, for those endless possibilities we were talking about. And this Five of Swords energy can also be, and I am picking up on this, it's like the winner take all kind of energy. And in some ways, I see this as you, like not backing down, and like determination on steroids that you're going to come out on the other side of this in a more positive, happy place than what you've experienced before. So quite a few messages came through there, but I think it's headed in a really positive direction. And I also feel like it's headed in that direction quickly. With the Chariot showing up twice, that's a lot of speed energy. And it kind of almost feels like the whole thing has happened what seems like very fast, right? It may not actually have been a quick process to end this and move on and start rebuilding and then have, new opportunities come in for you. But I get more the feeling that you look back at it and it seemed like it happened in a flash, kind of like that tower moment, right? Interesting. I hope that was helpful, Virgo. Make sure you check out your Mercury retrograde reading if you haven't already. Like I said, that's definitely impacting the energy that's being picked up on for all the signs. I'll link that playlist. You should be seeing it now. So check that out for your sun and rising sign, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.